Hi, hello, Hugh.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to JMCC. No, don't
Hi.
Right?
Go buy her a bottle of tequila and she'll probably be ready. Oh. Actually, get her a Malibu.
Just get my mess back there.
Oh, well, it looks like you're busy working.
Oh. We're interviewing. See, but you would get the best outtakes with me ever.
Hey, and welcome to JMCC TV. Today we have the backbone of the office, the beautiful and wonderful Kaylyn. How are you today?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm absolutely great. You know, it's a sunny day outside, so that's always a plus. It's not raining. All right, Kaylyn, so tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your role here at JMCC?
I am the office manager here at Joshua Motor Car Company. I've been office manager for about 3.5 years now. It's a pretty good deal.
Nice. How do you like it?
Not too bad.
Not
Work
too
with
bad.
good people.
Yeah.
Everybody's awesome, so
Yeah.
can't complain.
Would you say they were a little crazy?
Everybody's a little crazy.
Aren't
But
we
you know
all?
what? It takes a bunch of fruits to make fruit salad.
Ah, I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So what does a typical day behind the scenes at JMCC look like?
So come in and get down to business, just work on the banking, the funding, just making sure that any deals that are processed through the week are double, triple, quadruple checked before they go out for funding and for title and registration. I kind of oversee the title clerk and the other office administrative assistant here, just to make sure that everything's working pretty good.
Gotcha. So you're the person that crosses the T's and dots the I's, right?
Absolutely.
Nice. So I know a lot of people usually see the sales floor, but what's something that people wouldn't expect that goes on in the behind the scenes?
I kind of like to think of us as like the before and after of the Joshua Motor Car Company experience, mostly because we pretty much stock up the inventory, make sure everything's paid and everything, so that way our customers can come in, look at the vehicles, make their purchase, and then we handle all the after stuff. So once you leave the office, we're constantly working and we're continuing to work to make sure that your deal's finalized and everybody leaves happy.
Gotcha. So it seems like you're always doing something and you're pretty much always busy.
Always.
I can almost guarantee that this is probably one of the most stressful parts of the dealership, right? And you took it on. Full train running. All right. So with that being said, how do you keep everything running smoothly from paperwork to payroll?
Knowing that I have a team that I can depend on really helps a lot, because it's not always just smooth sailing. There are days where I am thrown for a loop, whether it's matters of insurance or something with another employee, or just we're buying a lot of cars and it's a lot to keep up on. Just knowing that like I have somebody or multiple people here in the office to help me through that. And especially on days like when I'm doing payroll, that's like a pretty much like dedicated one day too.
Yeah.
So anything else needs to get delegated. So just knowing that I have others to depend on and help me get the job done.
That's beautiful.
That
That's
helps.
awesome. So what's the most rewarding thing about your role here that people might not realize?
Honestly, the most rewarding thing I think is being able to solve like the problems that come about here at Joshua, because they're few and far in between, but if we have problems, then things just don't run smoothly. So it's like a big yes when these things get fixed. Like say there's like a title problem that we're having a big issue with, like getting it into being like validated or not have any errors.
Yeah.
Just getting that done, like for example, is just like a huge win, and it's pretty rewarding just knowing that now I don't have to worry about the rest of the processes for the most part.
For sure. That you can save yourself some gray hairs and some stress, right?
Yeah.
I hear you. So based off of the 3 years that you've been here, how has the team grown and changed since you started?
I mean, there's not really a lot of turnover here, I would say.
That's good.
there's just actually been more people added. Like I was able to get an assistant for the most part when things just got like really busy and chaotic, and I was like, you know what? I need help. I can't do it by myself.
Yeah.
So, adding an assistant in here was great. We have multiple salesmen here. I think when I started here, there was only 3. Now we've got 4 because of the intake and clients that we have. So it's just, things have changed for the better rather than the worse.
So production has increased, which has caused
absolutely
some new faces to come around.
Yeah.
That's good. And how do you? How's the intermingling with you and the new faces? How's that been working out?
Everybody's great. I mean, everybody's easy to get along with for the most part. Like we said, everybody's a little crazy. So, but you know what? I'm a little crazy. So we all just we get along and we do our own crazy.
That's for sure. One big, crazy, happy family for sure.
Yeah.
So if you had to sum up the heart of this company in one word, what would it be?
I would say, I don't know, honestly. Maybe just everybody here is really like just trusting and trustworthy. Richard, he puts a lot of trust into his buyers and his employees to pretty much keep his business running. I put a lot of trust into the people I work with to make sure everything's going smoothly and to know that they're going to help me, help the company, do everything the right way, so that way we can just keep working.
So our last question for today, what's one memory from JMCC that will always stick with you?
Probably when I first became office manager and planning my first Christmas party here for the employees. It was like super, for me it was stressful because I've never done any of that before. And I wanted to make sure that everybody was gonna have a good time. So we all ended up going down to Pinsetters and Maple Shade, do a bowling activity, and everybody had a good time. So that was like a big memory for me.
That's awesome. So I got a couple more questions for you just off the top of my head. Let's talk about family, okay? You have kids, correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
I have 2 daughters, 9 and 3.
Yeah.
Beautiful girls.
I'm pretty sure that's your motivation, right?
It definitely is, yes.
Yeah. So what's your hope for them in the future? Would you like them to possibly jump on the JMCC train or start their own career? What's that look like for you?
I find it funny that you actually asked that because my oldest, my 9-year-old, she did this project in school where she planned her future around this bubble, and one of her goals for her future was to have a job at Joshua Motor Car Company, and I thought that was really sweet. I've brought her here and my other daughter several times. The owners and everybody treat them like their family, so it's really nice, and it's nice to know that she feels the same way enough to want to work here, whether she does or not.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Well, Kaylyn, this has been a pleasure getting to know you. I know you're a very busy person, so we're going to let you get back to work, but this is another episode of JMCC TV. Today, you got to meet the wonderful Kaylyn, the backbone of the office. She's the one that keeps us all in line, and sometimes we have to keep her in line too. With that being said, all right, guys, thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you again next time.